stock market crashing after the government reopens. What is going on here? Today it is Thursday, November 13th, 2025. If you guys end up liking the video, you can give it a like. Comment your thoughts. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading here. So it's coming up on power hour right now, and yeah, we got a swoon here for sure. We'll see if the spiders get down 2%. That's 1.72. Q's down 2.25 currently, so a big slice here. And I talked about this morning. 6,800 was not a safe level, even though it was your LG1 dealer wise. But yesterday, before CPI, or before it was announced that CPI and jobs were not going to be reported, there was tails. I talked about this yesterday. There was tails up to 69 and so on and so forth. They got removed, and like we are now deeply in negative gamma, and you don't want to be buying supports in that market. Only flushes and reclaims, and that has been the case right now. I would just assume here. I know it's a ways away, and when you're down this much, you can bounce at any time, but I would just assume here that into the end of the day, we can go to 6,700. So I would just think that that's a possibility. And a lot of these levels here, we were targeting 610 QQQ this morning. We got a short on the NASDAQ about like 30 minutes before the market opened. And we looked at 610 and it got there very quickly. And dealers continue to hedge down. This is what they do. Negative gamma, they're going to sell weakness and buy strength. And now 606, 603. What worries me though is tomorrow, it's a lot worse. 600, and we've got that everybody's favorite number, 590, continuing to come up. So there's definitely still left tail here in the market. And it's kind of the opposite here. We're about a week away from OPEX for November. But we're seeing like call decay in these momentum plays and technology. So it's kind of the inverse of what normally happens here. But either way, just saying, I would not get in front of the market until it shows strength here. So I still think there's tails out there, and they're on the left side. And even this morning, we had that nice rebound here. That was a nasty bull trap. The gamma flip, I tweeted this as well, actually. Yeah, it was just right above here. Yeah. So the gamma flip was still at, was it 68.45? So we would have had to basically go green to even get to neutral. And yeah, now down almost 2%. So pretty good slice here. And we've been talking about this. I said this yesterday too. I was like, I said, if they pump this thing on that government reopening, that is like it is the most sus thing ever, right? What was Sunday night for, right? What was the 67, 62? What was the 100-point rally on Monday? Sunday night to Monday for, right? Like we don't need it again. And then the other red flag too. And I said this over last night in the after hours to members. I was like, if this don't make a new high, this is going to be a sell the news here. And I think a lot of that is, just the fact that it. What I just said, like the fact that it's pumping when it's already priced in, like it's not a surprise. But the other thing is that you got yields here higher. There's a 10-year up 1% on an investment basis with the dollar down. This is something that we don't normally see, right? It's usually yields up, dollar up. But this is something we saw when the market was selling off in Feb, March, April. So I don't think the market likes that and is, having to reprice here. Again, Momo names, tech leading to the downside. NVIDIA down 4.25. 185 is super important. Palantir down 6.8. AMD managing to hold up in the morning, but coming back down 4.2%. These poppies at CoreWeave, which actually we day traded today at $80, which I think will probably close there by the end of the week. Get this down 8.8%. So those types of names leading to the downside. Tesla at 400 handle, that should hold here, but that's what it is here. NASDAQ leading to the downside, and the Dow, down the least. And when the market's up, the Dow is up the most. That's usually a risk-off signal. Look at staples. up 10 basis points. Healthcare up 44 basis points. Utes only down 1%, but you know, still kind of a risk-off name. TLT can't get anything going. Market getting hammered, and the treasuries are red. Not good. Nice rebound here into the afternoon. We'll see if that sets a little bit of a low. And we'll be watching this level tomorrow. Right around, I'll just call it 6,800 on the E-mini. I would say maybe even, I know I talked about 6,700. That's definitely a level too, but I say 68 on the E-mini because that's kind of where we broke out from. So if we close below that, it's not a good look. And I think I know I mentioned this 100 times in the room yesterday. I think I mentioned on here, but yeah, I did, because I said it firmed up into the close. But I mean, you basically had an up move here, and what do we have now? This is now a lower high here on the Qs. So you tried to come up here and bull flag on the 4-hour, and that failed. So that 50 MA better hold. I'm not sure what else else there's to say. 6,700 better hold. IWM needs to reclaim 240.36. Yep. By tomorrow's close. Small caps weak. Dow down 1.6. SMH down 3.6. Going close to a lower low. Here's another one. IGV confirmed lower low here with the lower high. And we back tested that shelf too. So that's going to go to the 200-day there. Transports down 1.6 as well. We mentioned rates here. They're up across the board pretty much. Bonds are down. XHB trending lower. That may need to go to 100. And then IYR down 1% as well. Oil up 26 cents. Kind of a dead cat though. I don't know if I love this setup here for it. I need to see a little bit more on the intraday. I will say XLE up 4 cents. So rotation still going on here. XOP only down 65 cents. OIH down 1%, but you know, higher highs, right, versus the market, which is threatening a lower low. So we're continuing to see that rotation here. Banks, XLF down 1.18. Take a look at Blackstone, down 4%, smashed. KRE down 1.35. HYG, JNK, and LQD all lower as well. So careful with those. Broker dealers got hit too. Sorry, I went out of order here, but it's okay. Dollar, again, down. There's still plenty of room for higher lows here, and I still love the right tail. So despite what's going on today, I do think this can surprise a lot of people here. VIX still holding up at the highs of the day here. Gold got slammed. That's right. It looks like it got slammed into the COMEX close. Yeah, so somebody dumped right before the COMEX there, so maybe they were on margin and had to get out. Let's see, I told you guys about that level yesterday. You could have taken that trade for free. Quick little short. Silver, piercing double top, pulling back. I'm not surprised at that. Also, you shouldn't be surprised. I told you this could happen yesterday with platinum. Remember, I said, you know, this always does these fake outs, specifically platinum. Yeah, that's what it did here. It's not broken though, but I just thought that's funny. Palladium, oh, look, same exact thing. Copper down 1.1. Got a micro bull flag though, as long as it stays above 496. Crypto wrecked. Bitcoin rejection at 106 area. I wouldn't buy this trend line here. I would wait for a pierce because we got very close to it a week or two ago and then bounced. So it now has, like, the bears kind of reset the momentum a little bit. So I would look for more of a pierce through that. Same thing with Ether. Glad I took profits on that at 36 because I thought this could be a thing. So this can make lower lows now. So careful with those. Be careful with the market here. When we're in negative gamma, it's going to take organic. And somebody tried this morning. Somebody tried to sell puts and they got run over. But it's going to take organic buyers here. One good thing I do see going into tomorrow is you can see that semis and the NASDAQ are not really, we had a little spike there, but starting to make like higher lows a little bit. So I'm starting to see maybe a little bit of short covering, which could lead to a bounce, but I would be careful. I don't think, if you're a bull, I don't think you want to gap up tomorrow. But we'll see. But anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Come find me on carnivoretrades.com, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow.